And we are live, sort of, with this short episode of the Company of the Grey Wolf. Hi, I'm Joshua Barbeau, your dungeon master, and I'm joined at the table by Karris Starling from Starling Artist fame. You should follow her on Twitter if you're not yet. Karris is joining me today to play a prologue episode, a flashback episode of what her character has been up to of late. Who is Karris's character? Well, if you've been watching all of season 1 and season 2, well, in fact, if you've watched the latest episode, you've already met Tarragon Nightwood Marai because she's in it. But if you've been watching all along, you know that she's not just a new addition. Several times throughout season 1, a little bit throughout season 1, and several times so far throughout season 2, the company has made mention to past members of the group, and one name has come up a couple times as Tarragon. They are, in fact, one and the same. They are so she might be new to the camera, but she's not new to the party. Karris, why don't you tell us a little bit about who Tarragon is?
Oh man, where to begin?
Gee, welcome to the stream, by the way.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, but by everyone else's standards, they've already met you, but this episode was filmed beforehand, so this is your first time doing this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What a crazy episode that was.
That episode that we did earlier?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I totally did not see any of that coming. And then when that thing happened, and we were all like, whoa! And we all did this face, whoa!
What?
Yeah. What? So yeah, anyway, I'm still riding that high.
Tarragon, yes.
Tarragon is a creature shrouded in mystery.
Of course she is.
Tarragon is, basic Pokédex entry for Tarragon is she's a half-orc bard who is accustomed to the finer things in life. And prefers to talk her way out of conflict because she doesn't quite like getting dirty. But if it comes to blows, then she will fight in the most refined way possible.
Yes.
Until instincts take over, and then she might end up in the mud with punching. But that doesn't happen often, and if asked, she will deny that ever happens. Ever.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course. She's a lady and she's got to keep up her appearances.
Which is like a full-time job. It takes like all day for Tarragon to be Tarragon. It's exhausting.
Tarragon, we're really happy to be having her here on the show. But yes, she likes the finer things in life, and she's a lady. But despite her efforts to be a lady, life hasn't been the kindest to her. She keeps having situations put her in unladylike scenarios, and in fact, she's been arrested 3 times at least, 3 times that I can remember.
Yeah, that's about right. none of them were ever her fault.
No, they're framed every time. Well, the most recent time was really just was the only one that was really kind of, I guess, a little bit her fault. She was arrested for escaping arrest, which
it's a vicious cycle.
So the original reason she was arrested was definitely not her fault, but then she was arrested for escaping arrest. So
yeah. I wasn't sure how far we were going in like the revealing of the Tarragon lore, so I was trying to keep it like pretty general. But yeah, I am on the run, as it were. Again, / still.
Again, slash still. When you have previously adventured with the Company of the Grey Wolf, but that's ancient history. Now that was a long time ago, a lifetime ago. You've changed a lot since then. Prison
Yeah.
changes a girl, right?
Oh yeah. Now I'm ripped.
Now you're ripped. Yeah.
I went through like one of those Uncle Iroh transformations in prison.
Hmm.
Yeah. I've taken on a level of rogue.
Oh dear.
Because I befriended everyone in the prison.
Of course.
So gosh darn charming.
Yeah, you went into that prison and you made everyone in it. You're. I mean, what? Yeah, you were the queen of the. If you're gonna be in prison, you better be the queen of prison.
Indeed, I got to make the best of the situation.
Yeah. But
So,
you're not in prison anymore. No, you had some help. Your own very personal Javert, a woman named Carmen, the Inquisitor who apprehended, captured, and brought you to justice, then later has helped you escape. The very same justice that she was responsible for bringing you to. See, Carmen believed in the law so vehemently that that she thought, even though Tarragon is innocent, and she believed Tarragon was innocent, even though Tarragon is innocent, Tarragon needed to be arrested and have her innocence determined in court. Of course, things did not go out that way. In court, they found you very guilty. The evidence was overwhelming against you because, of course, it had been forged. But they found you guilty, and you were going to be sentenced to death. And Carmen did not want that hanging on her conscience, knowing that you were innocent as she did. So for the first time in her life, she broke the law. And she broke you out of prison and helped you escape and put you on a boat heading out of Cormyr, which is where you were serving sentence. Put you on a boat out of Cormyr, headed the long journey back to Waterdeep. That's where we're going to pick up. We're going to pick up with you just fresh off the boat in the dock ward of Waterdeep. Waterdeep, for those not initiated, is the City of Splendors. It's one of the largest cities in the Forgotten Realms, and it's people of all walks of life, of all shapes and sizes, of all types, races, and creeds, all come to Waterdeep for the opportunities that it promises to have for them. It's a big city, and there's always something interesting going on down there. In fact, the last time you were in Waterdeep, you sure as hell discovered some of the interesting things that went on there. But now you're back, and this is your first time in Waterdeep alone. Last time you were traveling with the Company of the Grey Wolf. And now you find yourself in the Dock Ward, which is kind of like the slums of Waterdeep. You find yourself in the Dock Ward by yourself, with nothing but 8 copper coins to your name. You don't have a you're a jailbird. You don't exactly come carrying a lot of change. Look, you figured out the backgrounds. That worked.
I didn't have a dock. I had a whole bunch saved, and I didn't have a dock.
That's quite all right. It still looks fantastic. The architecture actually looks very Waterdeep-like.
Excellent.
So,
yes.
But yeah, so that this is where you are. You're in Waterdeep. You've got 8 copper to your name. You haven't. You've been living off rations the entire boat trip. You're out of rations now, and you're just not sure what to do next. You got a few items, some things that Carmen gave you to help you survive before putting you on a boat. She unfortunately decided not to come with you, despite the fact that you begged her to. She insisted.
I didn't beg.
Well, okay.
I'm
Sorry, I misspoke. Tarragon doesn't beg.
Never.
You asked her
Doesn't even know
to.
the meaning of the word.
You made a strong case for her leaving, but she broke the law, She broke a prisoner out of jail, even though she knew that prisoner was innocent. She felt she had to turn herself in for breaking you out. And she did. Maybe one day you'll find out whatever happened to her, but for now, Cormier is behind you, and you want nothing more than to have it stay that way for at least a little while.
And I never want to be on a boat again.
And you never want to be on a boat again.
Ever. It was awesome.
So, what do you want to do?
Well, I do want to find the company of the Grey Wolf, because I kind of see them as my bodyguards at this point.
Of course. They've certainly protected you up until now. Well, up until they turned you over to Carmen to bring you back to Cormier. Up until that, they certainly protected you.
Karris didn't know that.
Karris didn't. You were unconscious at the time.
Yeah,
Tarragon wasn't conscious at the time. Yeah.
So Tarragon still thinks that, well, the world is a terrifying, huge place.
It is.
She doesn't quite know who to trust right now.
Mm-hmm.
So she does know, in this wild and crazy world, maybe the only people she can trust is Carmen, but that's like a boat ride away, and we're not going back on a boat, and the company of the Grey Wolf. So it feels like the best thing to do is to try and track them down.
Yeah. Well, last time you saw them, they were near Daggerford, which is not that far from Waterdeep. Okay. But you have no idea where they would be now. That was also like, I want to say at least 4 months ago that you last saw them.
Oh, snap.
Maybe 5 months. Depending, I'd have to look at the calendar. I'll say that, let's see what you would have heard about the company of the Grey Wolf. If you'd like, you can make an investigation check.
Oh my god, I get to roll a dice.
You get to roll a dice. You can make an investigation check to see what information you might have picked up about the company since you last parted ways with them.
Alright, cool beans.
And since you're very good at talking people into giving you information, I'll even let you use your charisma bonus instead of your intelligence bonus for this investigation check.
Okay, cool beans. So investigation, I have my D&D Beyond app open right here.
Fancy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is amazing. We love D&D Beyond. We use it every time we play. Our stream is, of course, not sponsored by D&D Beyond, but we would like to be, as we say almost every episode. We do know.
I gave that to you.
You did give that to me. We do know that D&D Beyond does like to sponsor streams occasionally. So maybe someone will put in a good word for us one day. Unpaid. Until then, we'll just keep giving them unpaid sponsorship.
Yeah, it's the least we can do.
Yeah.
So I've got my D&D Beyond app here, and I have investigation, and my bonus for it is +2, but you're saying that I can use my charisma bonus
instead of your intelligence bonus. So,
right.
So you have what is your intelligence bonus?
I just rolled a 2. Let's see. So I rolled a 2, but my charisma bonus is +4, so that's only a 6.
Right. Right. So your charisma bonus is +4, but you also get +1 from Jack of all trades. Because you're a bard, so that's +5 all total, and you rolled a 2, so 7. Still not very high. Not very high. Most people are like, the company who? The Grey Wolf what? There's an adventuring party that's traveling with a Grey Wolf? Why would they do that?
But I'm doing a very, very bad job. And so they have I'm like, there's someone who's tall, and I think there was someone who was short, but there was definitely several people who were tall. And there was a dog.
You keep asking around and nothing. Nobody knows who you're talking about, or if they do, they don't have any clue where they last would be. Someone says something about, oh yeah, the company of the Grey Wolf. I think they came in like 4th or 5th place in the contest of champions last year. And you were like, yeah, losers. You don't want to mention that you were among them when that happened.
Nobody needs to know.
So you have no real leads, and you're running out of money, and you're running out of food, and you're probably tired, and you've been on a boat, so you want to sleep in a real bed tonight. And then it occurs to you, you're a member of the Company of the Grey Wolf, and you guys did register the company with the Lord's Alliance, and you even have company. Last you recall, you had company funds, a whole lot of company funds, in the bank account at Waterdeep.
Yes, truly a shame that we never recorded our the Company of the Grey Wolf visits the bank episode.
Yeah,
That was a riveting couple hours, my friend.
a riveting couple hours. So much fun. I loved every minute. Actually, I think we did record one session where there was banking stuff going on, but I don't know. That was before the stream in any event.
Before times. Yes.
So, what a great opportunity for us to do fantasy banking now, since we haven't done it on camera before.
Oh my god, this is why I signed up to play again.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So you're going to find the bank, sure.
Yes.
So you navigate the wards of Waterdeep without too much difficulty. It's a crowded city. As beautiful as Tarragon is, in the bustling streets of Waterdeep, it's easy for even her to just pass through the crowd unnoticed. You make your way to the Bank of Waterdeep, and you walk in, and one of several banks, actually. The bank in question, the one that's registered to the Adventurers Guild, is where you are going to go. And you walk up to one of the tellers, and it's a little man with spectacles on his face, and he looks up and he says, "Yes." This old man, he's the old man, little old man. He's like, "Yes. What? How can I help you, young lady?"
Well, I am here for my funds.
Your funds? Yes. Well, of course. You have an account with us.
Yes, of course.
Ah, yes. What is your name?
Tarragon Nightwood Marai of the Company of the Grey Wolf fame.
Fancy name you got there. Let me just look that up for you. And he pulls out his accounts book, and he starts flipping through the pages. Yes, of course, I have it right here. The Company of the Grey Wolf. Oh, you have a small fortune in there. Handy.
Yes.
But let's see. Tarragon Nightwood Marai, you say?
Yes, that's me.
Your name's not on the list.
Excuse me?
Yes, your name. It's not on the list. We have a Mr. Adron Singalero, a Mr.
I don't know who that is.
Ondar Havenbluff.
Never heard of him.
And, it doesn't look like you're on the list.
I have never heard that sentence before in my life.
Uh,
I'm on all the lists.
I'm sorry, Tarragon, but it seems like when your compatriots registered your account, they forgot to list your name. And, well, there's nothing I can do unless a registered member of the Company of the Grey Wolf account comes and vouches for you to put your name on the list.
Can I vouch for myself?
Unfortunately, the banks don't work that way.
I don't know how banks work.
Well, there's no need to raise your voice, madam.
I'm sorry. I've had a bit of a journey.
Yes.
Metaphorically and literally, and I'm just very tired. And that is my money. And I'm pretty sure that this falls under extortion if you are not providing me with the funds that I worked so hard to get. Do you know how many adventures I had to go on to get those funds? I had to sleep outside, and sometimes I had to ride a horse, and I had to use weapons and stuff. But it really took a lot out of me, and I'm just trying to get a place to sleep tonight. I am exhausted. So what if you just give me the money now, and then I'll come back with one of those names, or one of those people whose names you have there, and they
the ones you'd never heard of.
that was a joke. That was a funny my friend. I know Endrar, Andren, Single Bland. I know their names. It's been a while. There was a dog. We had a dog. The dog could vouch for me.
It. Um. Yes. I feel for your plight. I really do.
It's a plight. What if I write you a note and I say I will give you this money back?
As much as I would love to help you, you seem very, very in need and very, very honest. But
yes.
and I'm sure you do know the company of the Grey Wolf, but there's not much that I can do to open their account without your name being on the list. I'm sorry.
Oh, maybe they made me a different account because they're like, oh, that Tarragon, she's got a lot of money, so we'll give her own per diem in a different account so she can spend that money, and we'll use our money for the company and do boring things like, I don't know, fantasy health insurance or whatever.
No, I'm afraid the company of the Grey Wolf only has one account registered to us. I'm really sorry, Tarragon, but there's nothing else I can do.
Banks? Can I go to a different bank?
There are other banks, but none that are registered to the Adventurers Guild. This is the only one. This is the one that the company would be using. Suddenly, behind you, a little high-pitched voice says, "Excuse me." You turn around to see a halfling there.
Can I help you?
Well, maybe. You see, I couldn't help myself but overhear.
I'm in the middle of a plight right now.
Yes, you're in the middle of a plight. I couldn't help myself but overhear your problem. And, you see, I'm in a little bit of a plight too. And I thought maybe there's something we could do to help each other.
All right, little friend. I'm going to let you in on something known as the, humans like to call it the human condition, but can really apply to anyone. We're all in our own personal plights. We're all dealing with our own personal issues. So unless your plight miraculously aligns with the plight I'm currently in, I'm not sure how much of help I can be.
Well, you see, right before you walked up to that teller and asked for money from the account of the company of the Grey Wolf, I was talking to one of these tellers over here and asking for money from the account of the company of the Grey Wolf. So I think our plights actually do align a little bit more than you think.
Are you Edrin Single Arrow?
No, of course not. Don't you know who Edron is?
Yes.
You've never met the company of the Grey Wolf, have you?
No, I have. They're just kind of forgettable. They have a dog.
My name is Fago. Fago, at your service.
All right, pleased to meet you, Fago. I am Tarragon.
I am
Wood Marai, and this teller. What is your name? Pen.
My name is Jeevius.
Jeevius
with a G.
Jeevius.
Yes.
How devious. This is...
No, I am the most honest man I've ever met. What are you talking about?
All right, okay, chill. Okay, we haven't reached that point yet. This is Jeevius. I am Tarragon Nightwood Marai, and you are Fago.
Yes, I am Fago. And, I see. Well, I traveled with the company of the Grey Wolf for quite some time a while back, and I don't remember you ever being there.
This is the opposite of vouching for me.
Well, yes, I know, but see, that's the point. They didn't put my name on the list either. Me! And I was their accountant, of all people.
I'm sorry. Sorry, they had an accountant?
Well, yes, they had it. Yes, I was their accountant. I took care of all their finances.
Oh my god, that's so cute. Oh, I can't believe I missed the adventures of the company of the Grey Wolf and their accountant. Oh, bless. See, Jeevius, this is what I'm talking about. They're incredibly forgettable. They had an accountant. Okay, we're good. Okay, I'm back.
Are you done?
I'm done. So, yes, so this is my new friend, Fago, and they're going to vouch for me so I can get this money.
Miss Tarragon.
Yes.
Fago's not on the list either. Has he just finished saying? Were you even listening to him?
I was kind of hoping it was a double negative situation. Yeah. But, okay, but we have progressed in this quest in that we have now determined that the Company of the Grey Wolf does exist because I have a witness right here.
Yes, there was never a question that the Company Grey Wolf did exist. We have an account with them. It's just neither of your names are on the list.
Okay, but Fago here can say that Edron is a person.
Yes, his hair glows.
His hair glows. That he's probably tall.
You really don't know these people, do you?
I've been through some stuff, okay? It's been a while. It's been like a couple months.
Listen, I don't think this Mr. Jeevious, whatever. I don't think this Mr. Jeevious is gonna help us, but I think if you and I, we get to talking, we might be able to track down the Company of the Grey Wolf, find them, bring them back here, get them to put our names on the list so we can both get at our share of the company funds.
You are a clever little one, aren't you?
You need to be pretty smart to be into accounting.
Okay, I'm starting to regret this, but yes, let's hang out together. Let's ditch this boring old temple of finance. Oh, okay, you laugh at my jokes. I like that. I can work with that.
Well, when you need someone's help, you laugh at their jokes.
Okay,
So-
I feel a little manipulated, but I like it.
So here's the thing, he says as the two of you leave the bank and walk back out into the street. Here's the
Bye,
thing.
Jeeves. Bye, Jeeves.
Farewell. I hope you solve your problem.
Do you? Do you, though? Do you hope? He doesn't care.
Probably not. Anyway, yes, so, well, nobody's seen or heard from the company in at least 2 months. Well, I'm sure that's not true. Somebody must have seen or heard from them, but nobody that I've spoken to has seen or heard from them. Yeah, and here's the thing. When I was with the company, well, we were, I was with them from I was with them in Icewind Dale, and then we went on and we went to, we went to Silvery Moon. And then, well, the thing is, we went down to the high forest. The really, really big forest. I'm sure you've seen a map at some point.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. I've seen a map. There was one in the courtroom. I was tried for murder. Don't worry about it. We're fine. I've moved on.
Well, anyway, so they wanted to go into the high forest, and here's the thing. I've been told that people who go into the high forest, they don't come back out. So I decided to cut my losses and say, sure, I'll just take what you owe me, and I'll be on my way. But of course, what they owed me was in their bank account, so we parted ways there, and I said, well, I'll just go and, but I should have gotten a writ from them, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. I was really just thinking about not going into the high forest because I like my life.
Understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. All right. Well,
that was 2 months ago.
That was 2 months ago. Well, if there's anything I've learned about the Company of the Grey Wolf, and I know them like the back of my hand,
of
they
course.
are strangely resistant to death. So I'm thinking they're probably still alive, but there is a very, very decent chance that they are lost in the forest. Oh, wait, no. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had a dog.
They had a wolf.
Hence the name. That makes sense. Okay, so they had a wolf, and wolves are very good at, forest dwelling and sniffing and tracking. So, resistance to death plus existence of wolf equals they probably made it out alive. So, where is the exit from the high forest? Because then we'll just meet them there.
Excuse me? Where's the what?
The exit. The exit from the forest.
Do you know what a forest is?
Yes, I've seen a map. It's that direction.
You know what? Yeah. Maybe this was a bad idea.
No. This was a good idea. This was a good idea. You are my only lead to help me get my bodyguards back. So this was an excellent idea, and I'm really glad that you brought it up. Now, I feel like I have contributed a lot to this conversation. So now it is your turn to come up with some plans.
Well, okay. I think let's see. Assuming for a second that they haven't just died in the high forest. After 2 months, they're bound to have found their way out somewhere. Where would they most likely go if they exited the high forest?
Exactly. The exit.
Yeah, after... Well, What if we just found someone who had magic who could impersonate a drawn single arrow? Get them to vouch for us, open the accounts, and then we get our money. And
Ooh, you should be the one named Devious, little man.
Well, yeah.
Oh, I always forget about magic. Right.
You don't have magic, do you?
I'll do you one better. I do have magic. And I have disguise self.
You can impersonate a drawn single arrow and get the money out of the bank.
Oh, my Luthic. Yes, I will. Okay, but now we need a fun little montage where you teach me how to be a drawn single arrow.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what he looks like, right?
He's tall. I think we determined he has glowing hair.
Yes, he definitely has glowing hair. I remember that much.
Great.
I think he has a mace.
Mace? Okay. I'm digging deep into my memory mind.
Sometimes he doesn't shave. Sometimes he has a beard. His beard glows too.
Okay. Good chin. Striking blue eyes. Yes. Okay. Tall.
Honestly, I never spent too much time staring into his eyes. I don't remember what color his...
I made a note. I had a little notebook, and I kept notes on every single member of the party, just in case I had to disguise myself, because I do have disguise self as a spell.
Do you still have this notebook?
No, I was in jail. They took my reading material. No, I didn't spend my time in jail drawing character portraits of all the company because I missed them so much. I definitely didn't do that.
Well, okay, let's go to the bar, and we'll do our very best to try to get you to become a drawn single arrow.
Sounds good. We'll swap.
How hard can it be, right?
Yeah, we'll swap some fun Edrun stories.
Yeah, we both knew the guy. If we put the little bit I remember and the little bit you remember together, maybe it'll be enough to...
Wings. He had wings.
Did he have... He had wings?
He had wings.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah, wings. Okay, glowing hair, good chin, striking blue eyes, fit but not too muscly.
I don't think he had wings.
I'm pretty sure he had wings. It was one of his quirks.
Yeah. Well, I certainly never saw them.
Okay, well, when I disguise self, and if I can pop out some wings, then that proves that Edrun had wings. That's how it works.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Let's go get a drink.
Okay, let's go get a drink.
Go get a drink. On you, my friend.
I'm broke.
You're an accountant.
Yeah, but all of my money is in the company account.
Yes, but I'm a bard and I have no money.
Isn't that what bards do? They walk into a tavern and they just, like, flash their pretty eyes and then suddenly they make money?
Oh, there's a bit more skill. There's a bit more skill involved. I do. 1 sec. Pause. I've dropped my character. Okay, this is when we're gonna have some background music come in. And we're gonna have a fun, like, word from our sponsors. I do have a drum. Okay, great. I know a way for us to make a little bit of cash. I, miraculously, for some incredible Luthic given reason, have a drum, even though I've just escaped from jail. So, what if I work some magic in the pub, do some fun stuff?
You won it gambling on the boat or something. I don't know.
Okay, I thought I was
stole it. I don't know.
Oh wow, I totally had this vision of Tarragon alone on a rowboat for 5 days. But okay, you're saying that it was on like a legit.
Like it was like a passenger ship. Yeah.
Okay, that's a bit better.
She probably had a cramped janitor's closet for a room, but she was on,
Okay, great. I'm gonna change my mind picture.
Yeah.
All right. So she would still have the same level of disgust of having been on a boat.
Of course, yes.
Many days.
Absolutely, but you probably found a way to rob someone of their rations so that you ate a little more than everyone else, or you found some way to maybe played a few games of Three Dragon Ante against people on the boat, and you won a war drum out of it.
Yeah, I had 4 dragons in my ante.
All right, sure.
Yeah. Let's go to the bar.
All right, you and Fago, Tarragon and Fago go to the bar.
Okay.
They go to the most famous bar in Waterdeep, the Yawning Portal. So named because the primary tap room has this massive 40-foot diameter hole right in the center of the tap room that descends down quite a ways. You look down and it's just like dark. Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
So you guys are just hanging out there having drinks. Fago was talked into it. He spent the last of his money to buy drinks, hoping that it will lead to unlocking the doors to this magical account that was left. That's
for a good cause.
Of course. Yeah, of course. I mean, let's be honest. They're probably dead and not coming back for it anyway, and they both owe us money. So